Sonia and Sacha, for real.
Our friends who we've known for quite a while now, and we're actually co-ambassadors for an organisation that's very close to our hearts, which is Bully Zero. But this young man, let me tell you about him. Give me the formal introduction.
Oh, there's a list there. You've done a fair bit there.
Are you ready? So our guest is an actor, award-winning filmmaker, recording artist, host and poet. He's also the recipient of the Meritorious Service Medal by the Government of Victoria for the cause of bullying and harassment towards ethnic communities in Melbourne. He's very passionate about the community and tries to raise awareness through many mediums like short films, live interactions about inspirational stories that help promote various causes of bullying and mental health, etc. He's produced music singles. He's a singer. I listened to his Punjabi single last night. Do you mind? It's very, very cool. I love some of the words. You're going to have to tell us about those in a second. Would you please make a big noise for our friend Puneet Gulati?
I'm humbled.
Do you actually watch Netflix or relax, or what's going on?
I do.
Oh, how do you even fit that in with a resume like that?
To be honest, one of the favorite things that I like to do is watching movies.
Of course, because
That's
you're getting
my
ideas.
relaxation time. That's how I relax. If I have to relax at home, I'll be like, I just want to do nothing. I just want to watch films or series. That's all. So I'm always looking for suggestions. What's on?
Yes.
What can I do? What can I watch? And there's always an idea coming out of it somewhere. Not that I try to copy anyone's work, but it's always ideas brewing out of a character that you watch, and then there's real characters out there that you can then observe and then fit them into a script somewhere.
And you you couldn't relax while you were watching a movie though. You're breaking it down. You're analysing all the characters and how they did that there.
Yeah.
And that would be a really interesting way of watching the movies, I would imagine.
It does get very exciting, at the same time very you have to be very observant while watching films. That's what I figured it out while starting watching films. I realized that I can't just watch the film for the sake of entertainment.
Yes.
I have to watch for different things. Sometimes I watch it just for the acting. Sometimes I watch it for how the cinematography is done, or how the direction was. How there was a particular scene that I might not like the film, but I might like one particular scene. I'm like, yeah, this is where they really got it. But the rest of the film was shit. But
that's an honest review. That's all right. Really like to say that.
Yeah. And same goes with reading. Sometimes, like I have, you become friends with a lot of people who wants to write and write as well. Yesterday, I was talking to someone who's an aspiring writer, and they sent me a script, and they really got me till the middle of the script, and then I lost it.
Yeah.
And then I had to call them straight away. Hey, look, you really had my attention till the middle of the script. Then it was shit after that. I'm sorry.
So you're not holding back. You're just telling them straight up.
No. Well, I'll tell straight up if someone wants to really hear.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
If they trust me, I know if they trust me, that then only someone will send me their work. Hey, can you have a look and give me some feedback? And that's how I think work is. I mean, I do the same.
Yep.
When I make something,
you appreciate the reality.
Yeah, and
don't muck around. Let's get on with it. Yeah.
This is how you improve.
Yeah.
And if people can't connect with your work, then it's hard. And I think that's how it pays off your job.
And it's all about connecting, isn't it? It's all about making us feel something. Yeah. Everything that you're doing with your life so far is really making us feel something, isn't it?
Thank you.
Your music and your filmmaking. I'd like to find out, first of all, this Meritorious Service Medal, that's huge. You've to be recognised for your work. And that's how I think we first met each other, was through the Bully Zero organisation.
Yes.
So we're all ambassadors for Bully Zero. We work in preventing bullying from happening to young people and in workplaces and that sort of thing. So tell us about how you got involved in that.
It's a cause really close to my heart. I was bullied during my school days, and that's how and why it was really bad. Something really close to my heart. When I started pursuing my career in modeling and acting, I came across this foundation, and when a friend of mine told me how he was connected to this foundation, and I went to one of their events and I saw the cause and how they're trying to promote this cause, I really liked the idea, and I thought there's a lot that I can use, especially from the knowledge that they share with the kids and in the school, to educate others, to the audience, especially the audience where I come from, because there's really less awareness.
Which is where?
I'm from India. I'm born in India, raised in India. I moved to Melbourne when I was 18.
Right.
So how long have you been in Australia?
Now 14 years, 13 years.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was 18 when I moved here to study, and until the age of 18, I mean, I've been brought up in India, so there's really no awareness to bullying. There might be some now, but there was really none during my time that I was studying.
So it
there.
was happening, but there was not.
Yeah, it happens because there's people will, there's, as I said, there's no education, there is no laws, and in around bullying or harassment, so kids will just do whatever they want in the school. There's differences across status, how rich your family is, and someone, if you can't afford to drive to school, and someone who can't afford to drive to school, the people would actually differ in it, and bully each other, and tell, okay, look, the kind of car your dad drives, or they will actually bully each other.
Okay.
And there's no filter to it.
Yeah.
There's no filter to it, and there's no protection. Even if you go and complain to someone, no one's gonna really care about it.
Really? So there was no kind of restorative practice in
teachers
schools or any of
backing
those
you
sort
up.
of sit down?
No, not really. No. And at that time, one
Do you
thing
think it's a little bit cultural as well?
I think, look, this is where a lot needs to be changed from the roots. It takes a while. Even where I come from, a lot has changed back home as well in India. To be honest, and I love my country, but then there is still a lot needs to be improved in terms of corruption and all. And I think that's where it all comes from, the background, from where the culture, the corruption, the government. A lot of factors are there, and then of course education that needs to be on the very ground level in the schools. The awareness towards bullying and harassment, that's what's really important.
Because there are certain cultures that are like taking, like in Australia, we're really seeing the importance of working with young people.
Yeah.
My husband's from India, so
Yeah.
I say that because he came from an environment where nobody really thought that it was a big deal that this stuff was going on.
No.
In fact, they actually thought it was quite competitive. And they, teachers encourage that sort of stuff.
Yeah, look, one thing that's really true is, and that's really back home in India as well, is that even when it comes to things in, for example, government affairs or government, even in the parliament, you will really not see too many young people out there. And that's where the whole difference is, because the old generation is still running the government and the policies and stuff. So they're still coming from how they have being raised. So the change has to come from the ground level. For the ground level, you need young people in the government as well. And for young people to be promoted ahead, the whole scenario has to change. The whole mindset has to change. The stereotype has to be, there has to be breakthrough the stereotype. And that's where it's important that awareness will only come. And again, another factor is, of course, the education. And so a lot needs to be changed. And sometimes I think, oh my God, what more I can do? I mean, social media has changed a lot. I will really give it to, because you can actually raise your voice now on social media and talk about it up and loud, and then there's media out there who will pick things up from social media and promote. But then there are also the good and the bad in that as well,
which we'll dive into in a second. So I want to let everybody know that you're listening to BRIMBANK Live and Live FM, and we are at the Westvale Community Centre, 45 Kings Road in Kings Park, celebrating Harmony Day, BRIMBANK Neighbourhood Houses Harmony Day, as part of Cultural Diversity Week. And we have so much amazing stuff happening today. Like, we're sitting here in our beautiful setup. It's really, there's so many people around. The weather is starting to be kind to us. We've got our beautiful guest, Puneet Gulati, who we'll come back to in a second, but I just want to tell you about some of the things that we've got going on here. So we've got lots of yummy food, very different food. We've already
rice paper rolls
had a
with that
couple of those.
incredible sauce.
Sacha made mine and did a beautiful job. And we've got
No, it wasn't. It was kind of like a salad with some,
it did not fall apart. It was
it did
beautiful.
not
It was
fall
beautifully
apart.
done. We've
All
got
had to do it with gloves.
We've got a very culturally diverse sausage sizzle, and we have some lentil soup going on. We've got some clay making activities, get your nails done, massaging. We're making a bamboo structure, which is just kicking off right now. This is a really good family day. There's lots of things for people to do, and we've got some music and some dancing, and Sasha's promised to rap later on. So we've got lots of things happening today, and we've also got our beautiful guest Puneet Gulati, who, let me just recap what this young man is. He's an actor, award-winning filmmaker, recording artist, host, poet, singer, model. You just slipped into the conversation.
Well, you are a bit of a hottie.
He's a hottie. You
He's
need
a
to have a
hottie.
look at the Live FM online.
You need to check out your Insta. What's your Insta?
It's Puneet for you all.
Yes.
Oh, there you go. For you all. Okay.
Puneet 4, the number 4, you all.
Yes.
That's because you're doing everything and you're everywhere. So everyone needs a bit of you.
Yeah, well, it's important. I think I like it. I like it that way, to be everywhere, wherever best I could be. I think one thing that I don't do is limit myself to just one category.
100%. I'm just reading it out. It's taking half an hour to get through what you've done. So I love what you've done here. You've come to Australia at 18 and you've dived straight in. I'm going to do everything.
Well, to be honest, it's an honest confession. I really never wanted to come abroad at all. I never wanted to leave India.
Why?
It was just something. I had different plans for myself and but again, as I said, the cultural background, like the way we are being raised, we have to listen to our parents, which I don't recommend. Don't listen to your parents. You should. But
are you saying don't listen to your parents?
I'm not saying don't listen to your parents. You must. But again, as I said, the way I was raised, we were fully dependent. I've never worked in my life until I came to Australia, and I was fully dependent on my father.
Yeah.
And the only I wanted to go to Mumbai to pursue my dream.
So whereabouts in India are you from?
Punjab, North. And
What was your dream that you wanted to pursue?
I wanted to be an actor.
You wanted to be an actor?
Yeah. And I told my dad.
Hollywood is the place. I mean, they make way more movies than Hollywood does.
Oh, it's the biggest film industry in the world. That's actually, there's no doubt to it. Over 1,000 films or 1,000 plus, I don't know how many films a year they make. But the whole idea was that I never saw myself doing anything else in my life apart from being on the screen. And
Was your family supportive of that?
No, they were not. That's why I ended up in Melbourne.
Yeah.
Not that I say.
Because I'm just imagining as an Indian person, with the family coming back and saying, hey, I want to be an actor. And they're like, no, you're going to be a doctor or an engineer. These are your choices.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, I'm going for acting. I might play a doctor or an engineer in a movie, but I'm certainly not going to do that.
No,
So you just did a smile and nod to your parents.
yeah.
Smile and nod and then got on a plane and came to Melbourne.
No, it wasn't that easy.
Did you start off being a doctor or an engineer?
No, look, this is actually, I'm going to get there. My dad told me either you go to Melbourne or you look after my business. And I was like, okay, there's no way I'm looking after your business. So he's like, okay, then you go to Melbourne. I'm like, okay, I go to Melbourne. At least I will get my freedom.
Yes.
So I said yes to Melbourne. And I came here and I was like, okay, at least I'm away from my dad now. So I can study. And once I'm settled, I can do whatever I like.
Yes.
And that's what I did. So I focused on my study and I came here to be an engineer. I won't lie.
Of course, it's engineer.
Because I thought I could be an engineer, but
Give it a go.
within 1 year,
Give it a go.
within 1 year of being studying IT, I realized it's better to be a good actor than to be a bad engineer.
Yeah.
So I left
Because we
engineering.
don't need any bad engineers.
No, you don't want bad engineers. So I realized it's better to be a good actor than to be a bad engineer.
Yeah.
So I left my IT software development that I was studying, and I had this deep interest in community services. So I started studying community development and community welfare. And I'd studied that and, got myself settled here. And then I'm like, okay, now that I've spent so much time here, I might as well get my residency. So I got all that sorted. And there comes a time in your life where you feel, okay, what's the purpose of my life? What was I wanting to do and what am I doing? And that's the switch that came to my life around 2012 when I had a massive car accident and I was bedridden for a while. And that time being bedridden gave me like a total flip in how I look at my life. And I'm like, look, I could have been dead. So I really need to
Let's get this party started.
Exactly. So I got myself enrolled into a modeling school, started doing modeling. There was a pageant happening and I had no idea of that I would end up winning a title of Mr. Melbourne, Australasia.
Mr. Melbourne, Australia. Hello, we didn't have that on the resume.
Back off, ladies. We've got Mr. Melbourne here.
Suddenly half of Melbourne is Googling Trinity right now.
And then I won that and I'm like, okay, shit. Okay, I didn't expect this to happen this quick. But now that it happened, I don't want to be known for this title forever because someone else will come and replace the title in a year's time.
I've got to maximize it.
So I'm like, now I need to really focus on what I want to do, which was acting. So I started working towards my craft, got myself into the acting school. I'm like, I need to really take this shit serious if I really want to do something.
Yeah.
And that's how I started pursuing my goals and went to acting school, went to VCA, started getting offers, and then so on. And then
So what have you
never
done?
looked
What movie
back.
roles have you done? Tell us about what sort of acting stuff.
So I did a lot of local directors who started approaching me for the movie roles, and I started doing some short films and music videos. I think the gentleman wants to say something. Music videos, and then while doing that, one thing that I realized was I need to write my own content, because the actor in me was asking for new and versatile characters. And that's like the hunger for being when you're an actor, that there's a hunger that you want to do this character or that character. And I started getting that, so I started writing my own. And while doing that, I started also writing poetry, which came out of nowhere. And
You're a creative guy.
When that happened, I'm like, okay, now that I've wrote poetry, I need to do something with it. I can't just leave it like that. So I decided to record it as a music and sing it. Which I used to do years ago, but I never thought I could sing again. So I tried to do that, and it ended up getting a few million views on social media. I'm like, oh shit, okay.
Thank God you didn't become an engineer. That's all I can say.
I know,
No, what we need to do is actually to take a break. And I want to thank you so much, Puneet Gulati, for coming along. I would like you to plug where we can find your music and your social media and any of the film roles that we would like to have a look at, please, because we all need suggestions on what to watch. We've done Netflix. We did that during a pandemic, global pandemic we had.
Well, with the Netflix, there will be a series coming next year. I can't take the name off, but when it comes out, you'll see it on my social media that I'm working on right now.
Okay, we'll come back to Netflix then, just for you.
Yeah, thank you very much for that. But apart from that, you can connect with me on my social medias. It's Puneet for you all.
So it's PUNEET
for as
the
in
number 4.
UALL. Puneet for you all, and it's the same everywhere on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat.
We're not letting you go.
And you're a model and you're a poet and you're a good person too. You've studied community and you give back to the community. Even though you came here when you were an adult, you just dive straight in and we love having you part of
I think that's
our
what
show today.
being human is.
100%. You are so
Love
correct.
it.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for the
Sonia and
invite.
Sacha for Real Show, BRIMBANK Live and Live FM. We are having this special fun day at BRIMBANK Neighbourhood Houses, a part of Cultural Diversity Week, Harmony Day, 45 Kings Road, Kings Park. Come down, hang out with us. See you after the break.
Sonia and Sacha, for real.
You should bring your family down because it's been such an incredible day and we're still going for another little bit. We're building bamboo structures over there. The kids are getting involved in being architects and structural engineers. We've got sausage sizzles. We have lentil soup made by an incredible woman with a beautiful story about it's her mother's recipe. We've just had an incredible interview. Our sisters on the Soul Dive show have introduced and interviewed Uncle Ringo, who is an elder with the Wurundjeri tribe. He's done a smoking ceremony with us today. We've got clay making, nails, massages, and you've got the Sonia and Sacha for Real show, and we are about to interview one of our family members, really. He's one of our
adopted.
family. And now we've just got another family member.
Buy one, get one free.
Once you're in the circle, you can't get out.
No, you
so
can't.
we just bring people in and then they can't escape us. So sorry about that. So part of Cultural Diversity Week is exploring people's stories. And did they come from other countries, what the culture is like for them there and what they've brought to Australia, and celebrating our cultural differences. And we have a beautiful guest of ours who has been a long-time friend. And this
Long-time friend.
Yes.
Like probably 7 or 8 years we've been friends.
But I think a lot of people know exactly who this person is because when you do a bit of a Google, you'll find him. He starred in Jamais, Private Schoolgirl. Albert Mumbo, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And because Albert is so cool to us and he likes us a lot, he brought down another superstar. He brought another superstar who's going to tell us the kind of feature films that this guy's been in. Like incredible. This please welcome Makwe Akan.
We are with celebrities hardcore today.
I'm feeling a bit starstruck actually when you sit next to the calibre of these two gentlemen.
I know, it is. Look, can I just say, this is what I'd like to say. Albert, there is nobody that I have not mentioned that we know you that does not know exactly who you are straight away. Like we'll say, Summer Heights High, do you remember this? But they're like, oh, I know exactly who that guy is, Kwame. I think I've used you. You know how like you become popular through association? I have used you several times.
Yes, you have.
And everybody knows who you are.
Albert's like, yes, you have. Yeah.
And then we bumped into each other dancing somewhere. Don't talk about that anyway. Actually, probably not. We didn't bump into him anywhere. No.
Yeah,
I was out.
It was
down
at
the
shopping
street.
centre.
There was
Shopping
shopping
centre.
centre. Shopping
You
centre.
never
And
saw
there was
me
nothing
there.
involved.
Nothing involved. Nothing to see here. Kids,
Nothing
move
to
along.
say. Sorry, I completely forgot about that.
You never saw me.
No,
there.
no, I've never. It's only been through work. Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
So,
Okay.
so boys, come on, let's get it together now. All right, two superstars starring in some action-packed movies, Netflix series, movies, big movies. Tell us about what's going on. Albert, you first. What have you been doing since May?
I've been doing some short films and I've been diving into stunt work as well.
Stunt
So,
work. All right, now come
No
on.
big deal. Godzilla versus King Kong.
Godzilla versus King. That's what I'm saying.
So-
I'm downplaying it, but these are big movies.
Big
We've got some
movies.
serious star power sitting next to us.
yeah,
At the
so
Westdale
we did
Community
some
Centre.
movie,
Yeah, I know.
The Whistleblower, and that's how I met Mark.
Yep.
We did that and was a lot of series of stunt work, carrying guns and all that, like
Were they real guns?
I was like a hitman. So
No way. A real gun?
yes, unfortunately, yes.
I thought it was like a set kind of gun. Clearly no bullets, right?
No bullets, no bullets,
bullets, yeah.
but it was real.
Can I just say that for those of you who are not being able to watch this, and you will be able to on Live FM online, Albert's eyes just lit up. Like, I think you've just found you're like Hitman. That just splashed your eyeballs up right then. It's like, you like being a stuntman with a gun running around.
Yeah, because when I was younger before, I used to watch action movies, and that's the kind of
That's a
the
childhood
actor I
dream.
wanted to be. So when I did the TV shows was good, but then when I got into that Hitman stuff, and then I was like, I think that's the one.
Yeah,
And,
I did. I just saw your eyes light up. Incredible.
So we did the movie, and then through my stunt work, I got the chance to do stunt doubling for Godzilla versus Kong. So I was in Gold Coast for about 2 weeks to record that.
Amazing.
So we're doing some underwater stunts. You have to hold your breath, and all that was fun. Actually, I loved it. Yeah.
How long did you have to hold your breath for?
Okay.
About had to go, I think, few seconds actually, because
I could do that myself. I think not meaning to brag here. I mean, I might not be able to make you a rice paper roll, but I can hold my breath for a couple of seconds.
by the way, that was horrible.
Come on, Albert. I talked it up. I was just destroyed in 1 second.
I love you. Like I've adopted you
I'm
into my
sorry.
family, and you're begging me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Max likes staying neutral here. He's not saying anything. He's not saying a word.
That's like, I'm trying to get into the family. I'm not going to go back straight away. I make a mean lasagna. Maybe Vietnamese is not my thing. You know what I mean? Come over for my kind. I'll make you some sauce on a pasta, and then you can test the
Blow your mind.
Mark
blow your
tried
mind.
to wrap it off by being like, this is what we normally get at Vietnamese.
Come and see my friends Sonia and Sacha. They're going to make you feel welcome, and then they hand you this thing. It's lettuce with a
An explosion of ingredients.
But
It was good though.
Yeah,
it was
good.
real
Yeah,
good.
just
Thank
about
you.
Yeah,
It
you're
was really
backtracking.
good.
Yeah, you just said it was
Yeah,
crap all and then you just backtracking.
No, I was just trying to.
I don't love you anymore, Albert. You know what
It's
I
all
mean?
right. Go. You need to hold your breath, Albert. All right, hold your breath before you eat.
2-3 seconds, I can do that. Yeah, I'll take you down, mate. Me and you in the pool. I'll take you down.
All right, come on.
Let's see who's gonna win.
Oh, I'll take you. Oh, what, to go swimming in the pool? All right. Hey, hang on a second. Do I have to have a Godzilla on top of me?
No, unfortunately, we are doing, some what is it?
Are you a good swimmer?
Yeah, I can swim.
No, No. I mean, are you a good swimmer? Look at this. How Matt. I'm asking you, is he a good swimmer?
So.
No, you got to speak. Say. Like people on the radio go, what did Max say? Is he good? What is he? Are we talking Ian Thorpe here? What are we talking here?
Well, I would say it's good, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's alright.
You can dog paddle his way out.
Definitely.
You're doing
No,
a breaststroke.
I'm better than that one. I'm better than that.
Oh, okay, you're talking yourself up.
Yes.
So,
What's going on? Oh, no. The
so
lentil
how
suits
did you become a stunt double? Tell us about that's a Hollywood. This is a big movie. You're on a Hollywood set. You're in the Gold Coast. Give us the background. What's going on? Are you seeing the celebrities? Is there somebody doing your makeup? What's happening?
He's in a pool, Sonia. What do you think he had?
Is there special pool makeup? I want to know.
It's waterproof mascara he's got.
Well,
Have you waterproof mascara? What's the story?
Yes, I did. I had it to, like, through the whistleblower, I had to get connections with the other, stunt directors and coordinators and all that. And they were looking for, was actual great timing because I went overseas and I just came back.
Oh, that's
And then straight away, just the day I arrived, literally I got an email and a text being like, you have been asked to do stand-up for this movie. Are you available? I was like, of course, yeah. Of course.
I'm going to take up some swimming lessons.
And
I
I thought it was going to take a bit of time, and then straight away they were just like, oh, in 2 days' time, we're booking your flights, hotels, everything. You're going. I was like,
wow.
I thought it was a,
lockdown.
a time thing. But yeah, so straight away I had
So
to.
where was that? That was filmed in the Gold
In the
Coast.
Gold Coast,
as well?
yes.
Okay. all
Yeah.
right.
When did you go and do this?
That was 2019 actually.
Oh, okay. So previous.
But previous, but because everything, COVID delayed everything, so the movie has been held back. But it's actually, I think, out in May.
Yeah, it's out. Yeah,
Yeah.
We can't wait to see it. It's a big thing in our household.
Can we see the trailer now? Is it out?
Yeah,
Is it,
the trailer.
It's online.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's a blockbuster
Yeah, it's
movie.
full
We're
on.
talking serious star power.
It's in our to-do list for the school holidays. in
Yes,
our
it is.
household.
Yeah,
it
yeah,
is.
yeah, for sure.
And I'm going to go there going, see, kids, this is what your mother knows.
Is it all CGI? Or is there actually did you get to see? Is there any kind of a King Kong or Godzilla thing that you look at, or is that all just done?
Well,
Could you CGI, Sonia, let you know everything?
I've watched a few movies in my time. I've watched a few behind the scenes of the movies.
you?
since
Right,
I'm
okay.
very excited about it.
but mine was set. The studios was like so the how do you call the aircraft carrier? And then was cut by the Godzilla halfway, so it flipped upside down inside the water. So we had to struggle trying to get it back, and then pressing buttons and all that. So we were underwater trying to get the ship back to the way it was. So it was just all about moving around.
So do you see
Cannot wait to
face?
see this.
I was doubling someone, so you can't see my face, but maybe you can only see the actions I was doing or whatever.
Who are you doubling for? Are we allowed to ask that?
King Kong himself, I think.
No, I was doubling an actor called Hakim El Kazim.
Hakim Al Kazim.
Yeah, he was in Hotel Rwanda. He's a big actor and all that. So
We're going to follow him because I can't wait to see this movie, and I'm going to screenshot you. Now, we need to know about you because you've got a couple. And
Well, we need to take a break first because we're going to come back. We're saving Mac until after the break, right? Because
So,
he's sitting here just ready to go. Like, I'm going to tell you, you think that's good?
Yeah, it's not.
You want to see my
He's like,
Godzilla?
you should see my swimming. No, you should see-
Ralph has just said we can keep on going. All right, Mac, tell us about you. You're the big
Can you
movie
swim?
star as
Can
well.
you swim?
Yeah,
No.
I grew up in New Zealand, of course. I
You have to swim. You're surrounded by water. You've got nowhere else to go.
Come on over for lasagna and a swim. That's all I can say. And we're going to take you down, and we'll see who can stay underwater the longest here.
I'll be the referee.
Oh, all right. No, because you'll beat us. Right.
No, I'll
He'll
just,
give us
I'll
at
just
least 3
judge.
seconds.
Yeah, I'll just judge. Yeah.
Mac, tell us about your movie roles and what you've been getting into lately.
Well, back in 2015, when Peter Jackson was actually doing
Peter Jackson, massive, big time director in the world,
Not the
globally
cigarettes.
recognised director. Just just whip that name out. I'll pick it up and tell him until. I'll pick that name up that you just dropped there and tell everyone who that is because I'm not afraid. Yeah.
Yeah, when he was actually because he trying to do the rendition of King Kong because it was one of his childhood dreams of actually doing the remake of King Kong, and they were actually looking for the African people to actually for the island, and the island was called a Skull Island, and so they actually went to the community and actually were asking for people to actually come and take parts in it. And we went and did 2 days course just to do some role play and whatnot. And I was 15 at that time because I was actually just.
This is in New Zealand or this is in
this was in New Zealand.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then.
So hang on a second. You lived in New Zealand?
Yeah, I lived in.
For how long?
I lived in New Zealand for 15 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. So yeah, as we were doing that. But prior to that, I was actually a big fan of action movies, especially kung fu. Watching Jet Li and Jackie Chan, and so being a massive fan of films. And then when I get this opportunity, we work on it for like 4 months, and it was just amazing. Like the sets and everything that was happening, and also we get to meet all of the major big actors like Jack Black and whatnot.
Oh my God! Please tell me that Jack Black is he as cool as he seems like he is on social media? And
dude is amazing. Like he was.
Is he just nuts? Is he crazy?
No, it was actually because he was actually cracking jokes while we were actually on set.
Yeah,
because it's
it's fun to work with you.
Yeah, it's
Like us, Sonia.
really
it's
really
fun.
amazing.
Of course.
Yeah, it was really amazing. So from there, I was just being.
You were happy.
Yeah, I was like, this is what I have to do. How do I do it? How do I do
So
it?
it gets in your blood, doesn't it? It just gets in your blood and your belly, and you're like, right, I've done that. Next one. What's next? So what happened? So who else? Jack Black. Who else?
Jack Black and.
So you've done your first movie was King Kong.
Yeah, King Kong. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, just drop. Can we just stop there for a second? Your first movie was King Kong.
King Kong. Where do you start? Then you go Ghost in the Shell.
Ghost in the Shell,
and then Whistleblower.
Yeah.
Which is like one of the biggest budget movies, Australian movies. Is that correct?
know.
Like $50 billion.
Million, yeah.
$50 billion. 50 million.
Yeah.
It's kind of like our wages for today, Sonia. Anyway.
And some lentils. What do you want? I mean,
I
what
haven't
do you
tried
want?
the lentil soup yet. Don't you worry. I'm serving it up to these guys afterwards.
Listen, we need to wrap this up, but I'm telling you right now, if you don't follow these two young men, something's wrong with you because we're telling you right now from the beginning, these are two people. Something's wrong with you. These are two people to watch. You know how we bring you people and we say, watch this one? We've never been wrong.
We've never
been wrong. All right? Because we have this spotting, we can hold our breath and we can spot talent. Okay, so
Stalk people. That's why.
we're CIA level, whistleblower level, stalkers.
Yeah, we stalk,
and we bring you the best kind of people.
What we do is
we not?
stalk. We stalked Albert. Then we met his friend, and we were like, "Oh, come on,
If you bring your friend, then we get
It's a big
Can I just say
friend.
something? Because when I did Ghost in the Shell, because Scarlett Johansson was one of those.
Come on, see,
Come
just
on, brag on, name drop.
pick that one up. Scarlett.
Yeah, because
Scarlett.
she was one of those celebrities that you have a massive crush on. And
Yeah,
when
was she
you-
hot?
Do you have a crush on us? Do you have a crush on us?
I mean, Scarlett Johansson. Right here. Do you know?
Oh, look, you practically look the same, Sonia.
Oh, same. Clearly. Yeah.
I mean, they don't walk away with the
That's
crush
why
on
they
us.
pay me the big bucks in lentils now.
Do you know what's going to happen, Sonia? Next time they do a movie with someone famous, they'll go, do you know who our big crush is? Sonia and Sacha. The Westmount Community Centre. I mean, these girls
45
are huge.
Kings Road, Kings Park. Now listen, get onto social media. Tell us what your social media is, Albert, right now.
I'm called Arua Boy. Arua _boy, but Albert Mambo will come up.
Albert Mambo.
Mambo.
Albert Mambo. Watch out. I'm telling you, he's already started
Do you have a
massive things.
TikTok? Do you have a TikTok?
No, unfortunately,
Oh,
no.
God. Don't
worry.
Maybe I'll start one from there.
Don't worry, I'll check.
All right. Mark, wait, tell us yours.
Alchemist Kings.
Alchemist-Kings with a Z on the end, because that's how cool he is, right?
Yeah,
Now,
exactly.
I want to,
Practically a
can we
king.
say thank you so much for being part of this beautiful Cultural Diversity Week, Harmony Day here at the BRIMBANK Neighbourhood Houses Harmony Day. We're at Westvale Community Centre, 45 Kings Road, Kings Park. There's still heaps to do. There's still lots of lentils. Come down, hang out with us.
Lots of lentils.
Albert,
Is that a song?
Mac, we love
It
you.
is.
Thank you so much. You're listening to BRIMBANK Live on Live FM. This is the Sonia and Sacha for Real show. We'll see you
Thank
after
you.
this.
Thank you.
Sonia and Sacha, for real.
This is Harmony Day as part of Cultural Diversity Week, happening from the 22nd to the 26th of March. We still have some amazing things happening down here. So we're still building this bamboo structure, which is taking life. It looks like a big bamboo Easter egg, the outside of it, don't you think? And the kids are getting involved with that. We've got clay making, nails. We have a beautiful
Massage.
lentil
You
soup
can get the massage. Get your nails done. Get a
We have
manicure.
a sausage sizzle. We've got some chocolate exhibitions over there, which we need to get into. Did you know that was happening, Sasha? Look at you.
I did
Sasha's
know.
just like,
And
I
you
didn't
can
know
get,
there
you
was
know
chocolate.
that chocolate and makeup are made of the same thing.
Really?
Well, I didn't know, but you can learn about that later.
Oh, I love that. Okay, and it's a beautiful family day. You've still got time to come down and enjoy some of the festivities. A few more minutes, but we wanted to just thank you so much our beautiful friend Robin Tobacart for being with us today. Now, you don't know, she's really, really family.
Right,
we say
family,
everybody is
to the
family because everyone is our family when they come on the show.
But this is next level.
So
Like,
this is like
she
the
practically
child-
came out of us.
She's the child that we had that did not give us stretch marks. That's
That's
yes.
right.
She's the
But she's
child.
a good child.
Yeah, perfect child.
I had
Perfect
stretch
child.
marks way before I gave birth, but anyway. That's a whole other issue.
We first met Robin when she was about 12 years old, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
12,
13.
12, 13
How
years
old are you
old.
now?
I am 30.
No way.
Yeah, do you remember
That's
that?
weird, because
30,
we're
yeah.
23 and a half.
Yes.
How does that work? I
I'm
don't
not
know.
sure. She
Yeah.
went past us on the age.
Yeah.
So Robin used to come into the Roxy Drop-In Centre, Roxburgh Park Drop-In
Yep.
Centre, which we used to run a couple of nights there. So you and I, Sash, back
It's
in the
kind
day.
of like a club. Remember
Back
when
in the
back in
day?
the day we used to run a club?
Yeah, and we used to have this amazing $30 budget
Yeah.
to
feed
feed like
80
And that
kids.
worked.
Yeah,
Yes.
No, it
as well.
worked.
We were fed. Yeah.
And
happy.
Robin was 12 and she came in and just went straight into the kitchen and just said, right, what are we doing? And, you know, we were cooking together and then we would all sit down as a beautiful family, really. All these young people that would come from Roxy Secondary College. We would all cook together. We would sit and eat together. And then they would grab guitars and they would dance and they'd crump and they'd rap and they would sing and
Play the
be-
piano
this-
and-
Play the
Yes.
piano.
Yeah.
These incredibly talented young people who just became our children. And we couldn't have a cultural diversity day without having you,
Our girl.
sister.
Thank you.
We love
And your
so much. Thank
family.
you for
feel
coming here.
very
and
honoured to
now,
be here. Thank
and
you.
now you are in youth work yourself.
I am. Yes, I am.
So tell us why you wanted to get into it and what that's all about.
Yeah, look, to be honest, I must say it's not big just because I'm, here right now and I'm on the radio with you guys, but you guys did play a massive part with where I am right now in my life. And I just would love to be that for someone else. And working with young people, I feel like it's so much fun. They keep you young, they keep you hip, they keep you in tune. I do work with a lot of young people that are on orders and with traumatized backgrounds, but it almost fuels me because I know I'm making a difference. And you guys modeled that for me. This is why I love you. You guys definitely modeled that for me. I do. I absolutely love my job. As hard as it is, it's so rewarding. But yeah, it's beautiful.
And not just that, full circle, because not only did we do some work with you as a young person, then you actually came on board and worked with us with the Australian Teenage
Yes,
Expo. So it's
I do
almost like
remember
we gave birth to you, we fed you, we worked with you. Now we're doing radio with you. You're a child.
Oh, look, I'm blooming.
And now you're a grown up.
blossoming. I am.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wait, she's going to start paying for our retirement. That's what happens. It goes full circle.
Rolling us in the wheelchair.
Yeah, rolling us
Hey, I got you. I got you.
Rolling us down the hill.
I got you, mate. I got you.
You better, because we've got no, we need some help here. Here, feed me my lentil soup. Definitely
Now,
not
your
the-
background, what is your cultural
Yeah.
background?
So I'm Samoan. My Samoan Solomon. My dad is half Solomon. It's got a quarter of that in me. And actually, the chocolate there is from Samoa.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, she was,
yes.
beautiful. It just melts. It's amazing.
Did you try it?
I did try a little
Okay, we need
bit.
to
I
go
would
there.
like to try a little bit more. But so I'm Samoan and I love my culture. I would like to know a lot more about it. But yeah, I feel like I have opportunities that are coming now, being the age and just being aware where I'm at right
And
now.
wanting to know now,
Yeah.
wanting to discover. I
Yeah.
think you sort of get to that time in your life where you're like, where did I come from?
Yeah.
Where did you go? Where did you go? Where did you go from cutting
Heritage.
Sorry.
We went to Robin's 30th, and it's not just a hall, beautifully decorated hall, the food, all of a sudden these beautiful dancers starting to come out, and we've got people who are singing, and there's these beautiful traditions that you always pay homage to when you're having your functions and your birthdays and stuff. There's always that part, isn't there?
Yeah, absolutely. It's very important. The dance that was performed at the end of the night, she was actually my niece. Her name is Larissa, and it's called a kalpo. There is so much tradition in that dance. I cried when she was doing it, but it's pretty much to seal the night and the whole event. So to see her
sealed my night, don't you?
it did to me too. Okay, don't worry about that.
I was definitely sealed.
Definitely, but yeah, it was absolutely beautiful. And thank you both actually for coming. It was amazing to see you guys
We
there.
had the great night.
I do remember I cried. Okay, when I
know.
seen you, I was like, oh my god, yes.
Well, you
yes.
bumped into Sonia just previously, when it was an outfit, because it was a white only party.
It was an all white party. Yes, it was.
And I don't wear white. I'm all black all the way.
Yeah, no, I know, I get that. And someone came with black pants.
It was me. It was me.
It was me. I know what you're talking about. Anyway, we need to go to a break. No, thank you, Robin. Thank you so much for being here
Thank
and
you
for
for having
sharing
me.
a
Thank
bit of
you.
your experience with us. And thank you for the work that you're doing for young people, because we know what your heart is like, and we know that you would put every bit of your heart and soul into making sure that those young people are doing okay. So we adore you, and please keep being you and spreading out your sunshine into the world.
Thank
Cultural
you.
Diversity Week, Harmony
We couldn't do it without
Day.
you, darling.
Harmony Day, BRIMBANK Neighbourhood Houses Harmony Day. We are at the Westvale Community Centre. It's just about to wrap up, but I think you can still get some chocolate and some lentils and
Go
all
on, some
kinds of
chocolate.
things. But thank you for listening to the Sonia and Sacha For Real show, BRIMBANK Live on Live FM.
Sonia and Sacha, for real.